Krishna. Welcome to all devotees. We try to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto First, Chapter 9, the passing away of Bhishmadev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutam Naram Eva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tata Jayam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. We try to understand sloka number 10 and 11. Krishnam cha tat prabhavagya
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञ
आसीनम जगत ईश्वरम
आसीनं जगद ईश्वरं
हृदयस्थं पूजयाम आस
हृदिस्थं पूजयामास
मायया उपात्त विग्रहम
मायया उपात्त विग्रहं
पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान्
पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान्
प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान्
प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान्
अभ्याचष्ट अनुरागे हि
अभ्याचष्ट अनुरागैः
अभ्याचष्ट अनुराग अश्रैहि
अभ्याचष्ट अनुरागः अश्रैः
अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा
अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा
कृष्णं च प्रभावज्ञः
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञः
आसीनं जगत ईश्वरम्
आसीनां जगत ईश्वरम्
हृदयस्थं पूजयाम आस
हृदिस्थं पूजयाम आस
मायया उपात्त विग्रहम्
मायया उपात्त विग्रहं
पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान्
पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान्
प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान्
प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान्
अभ्याचष्ट अनुराग अश्रैः
अभ्याच अष्ट अनुराग अश्रैः
अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा
अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञः आसीनं जगत ईश्वरं हृदयस्थं पूजयाम आस मायया उपात्त विग्रहं पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान् प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान् अभ्याचष्ट अनुराग अश्रय अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा.
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञ
प्लीज रीड प्रभुजी.
आसीनं जगदीश्वरं हृदिस्थं पूजयामास मायया उपात्त विग्रहं पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान् प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान् अभ्याचष्ट अनुरागाश्रैः अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा.
श्रीधर प्रभुजी प्लीज रीड.
हरे कृष्ण. कृष्णं च
हरे
प्रभावज्ञाम् आसीनां जगत् ईश्वरं हृदिस्तदां पूजयाम् आस मायया उपाद्य विग्रहम् पाण्डुपुत्रान् उपासीनां प्रश्रय प्रेम संखदान् अभ्याष्ट अनुराग आश्रय अंधिभूतेन चक्षुषा. हरे कृष्ण.
आशीष प्रभुजी प्लीज रीड. पूनम माताजी प्लीज रीड.
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञ आसीनां जगद ईश्वरं हृदिस्थं पूजयाम आस माययोपत्त विग्रहं पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान् प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान् अभ्याचष्ट चित्तानुरागस्य अंधीभूतेन चक्षुषा।
पूनम माताजी प्लीज रीड।
हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण।
कृष्णं च तत्प्रभावज्ञ आसीनं जगद ईश्वरं हृदयस्थं पूजयाम आस मायया उक्त विग्रहं पांडुपुत्रान् उपासी मायया उपत विग्रहं पांडुपुत्रान् उपासीनान् प्रश्रय प्रेम संगतान् अभेचष्ट च अष्ट अनुराग श्रेर अंधिभूतेन च अक्षुषा।
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Shri Krishna is situated in everyone's heart, yet he manifests his transcendental form by his internal potency. This very Lord was sitting before Bhishmadeva, and since Bhishmadeva knew of his glories, he worshipped him duly. The sons of Maharaj Pandu were sitting silently nearby, overtaken with affection for their dying grandfather. Seeing this, Bhishmadeva congratulated them with feeling. There were tears of ecstasy in his eyes, for he was overwhelmed by love and affection. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord is omnipotency is displayed by his simultaneous presence in every place. He is present always in his eternal abode, Golok Vrindavan, and still he is present in everyone's heart and even within every invisible atom. When he manifests his eternal transcendental form in the material world, he does so by his internal potency, the external potency, or the material energy. He has nothing to do with his eternal form. All these truths were known to Sri Bhishmadeva, who worshipped him accordingly. When Maharaj Pandu died, his sons were all small children, and naturally they were brought up under the affection of elderly members of the royal family, specifically by Bhishmadeva. Later on, when the Pandavas were grown up, they were cheated by cunning Duryodhana and company. And Bhishmadeva, although he knew that the Pandavas were innocent and were unnecessarily put into trouble, could not take the side of Pandavas for political reason. At the last stage of his life, when Bhishmadeva saw his most exalted grandson, headed by Maharaj, sitting very gently at his side, the great warrior grandfather could not check his loving tears, which were automatically flowing from his eyes. He remembered the great revelations suffered by his most pious grandson. Certainly, he was the most satisfied man because of Yudhishthir's being enthroned in place of Duryodhana. And thus he began to congratulate them. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Jnanana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Groho Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam tam sajivam Sahadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देश तारिणे वांछा कल्पतरुभे च कृपा सिंधुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Now we try to understand shloka number 10 and 11. In this shloka, Lord Krishna, where is Lord Krishna seated when they go to meet Bhishmadeva, who is lying on the bed of arrows, and how Bhishmadeva worship even Krishna also. They knew all the glories of the Krishna, and after when they saw Yudhishthir Maharaj uh, became the king of the Hastinapur, how they remember the great tribulation suffered by the most pious grandsons, and how they became when Yudhishthir being enthroned in the place of Duryodhana, they became most satisfied, and they began to congratulate them. Like this, they describe in those shlokas. Prabhuji will tell us again in detail. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So very wonderful situation out there where we are seeing so many Raj Rishis, saints, demigods. Everyone has arrived, and topmost among them is Krishna. Bhishmadev, in spite of his physical incapacity, was welcoming everyone, as was the culture at that point of time. So very wonderful situation. And in that, now it is being informed that Bhishmadev was knowing who Krishna is, because he worshipped him daily. So what Krishna did is, since that very Krishna, what Bhishmadev did is, since that very Krishna was in front of him because of his internal potency, so he
आवाज
Hare Krishna, am I audible now? Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
Yeah, I
Prabhuji.
think there was some problem.
yes.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
So
Now,
Krishna was known as the Supreme Personality of Godhead to Bhishmadev, and so he welcomed him. And he was, though incapacitated, he worshipped him as well. And then we see that he was also crying. But the tears were tears of ecstasy, because he was overwhelmed with love for the Pandavas who were sitting sitting near him. And he knew that there was so much of injustice done to the Pandavas. But still, after going through all the tribulations, finally they have what is required and what is duly that line. So here we see Bhishmadev is talking of Krishna as omnipotent. And in the purport, that is what Prabhupada starts with, that Krishna is omnipotent. He is there everywhere. So there everywhere means Krishna is omnipresent. But the question is, why Krishna is also called as omnipotent? Now Krishna is a constant companion with us. Therefore, he can be fully in touch with us even just by his words. His words and he are not different. So he is called as omnipotent, is what Prabhupada ji has been talking about in multiple lectures. So omnipotence means everything relating to Krishna has the same potency. Now this is all in the material world. For example, if I feel thirsty and I say, water, 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 just by the words, is my thirst going to be quenched? No. Only when I physically get the water and drink it, maybe the thirst will be quenched. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna's lok is not like that. There, whether it is words or the actions, everything has same potency. There is no difference. Krishna's name, Krishna's quality, Krishna's word, everything is Krishna. And so provides the same satisfaction. So omnipotence means that he is not different from his name, from his quality, from his pastimes, from his instructions. So indirectly what it also means is the discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam, the discussion of Bhagavad-gita is as good as discussion with Krishna himself. Krishna means supreme bliss. Everyone, every creature is seeking bliss. But we don't know how to search for bliss. That is where Krishna's omnipotence comes into picture. If you all remember Bhagavad-gita 10.39, in this verse, Krishna depicted the summarized pattern of himself, the power. He has mentioned that he is only the cause of everything and he is only the seed of manifestation of everything. Yacchapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadahmar Arjuna natadasti vinayasya atma manaya bhutam characharam. Here the meaning of seed is that Krishna is the efficient cause of this world. And the one who is the cause of every matter, which means the maker of this world is only Krishna. And making world form is the only cause of Krishna. Without Krishna's energy, the whole world, the whole universe, nothing can exist. So he is omnipotent. And Krishna is present with each one of us as Parama. He is seated in our heart, in your heart, in my heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridadeshu arjuna tishtati. Krishna says this in 18.60. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. He cannot be away from us. He is present. He is so friendly that he remains with us in our repeated change of moods. He is waiting to see when we shall turn to him. He is so kind that though we have forgotten him, he is not forgetting us. Just like a son may forget his parents, but a father never forgets son. Similarly, Krishna, the original father of everything, everybody, all living entities, will never forsake us. In 7.7, Krishna says, Maddha partaram na anya kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvamidim protram sutre maniganaiva. There is no other thing to do except I am the cause of all the worlds. The world originates from Krishna, is situated in Krishna and merges in Krishna. There is no separate independent power of the world except Krishna. So Krishna is the root cause of everything. He is there in every atom as well. As mentioned in Brahma Samhita 5.35. Eko api asau rachayitum jagad anda kotim yat chakshuhu asti jagad anda jaya yad antah अंडांतरस्थ परमाणुचयंतरस्थम गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तम अहम भजामि. He is.
What happened?
Hare Krishna. Am I not audible, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. He is undifferentiated entity.
No,
There is no distinction between Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
not
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is what is required. So the moment we are speaking Hare Krishna, it means we are having Krishna with us. He is situated with us because Krishna's name is different. He is there in each of that. His potency remains inseparable. All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universes. And all this is at one and the same. That is why he is Adi Purusha, Govindam Adi Purusham. And that is why I worship him, is what Brahma says. He is the highest of all entities. By his inconceivable power, he can actually create numberless universes. So all things owe their origin to the transformation of Krishna's external potency. And his abode is beyond human conception. Because all worlds, limited and spiritual, exist in him, and he resides simultaneously in his fullness and entirely in all the atoms in all the worlds. So all pervasiveness is just one of the localized aspects of Krishna. So though he is all pervasive, yet in his existence everywhere, in a medium shape, consists his spiritual presence, which is beyond human conception. And Bhishmadev, he is knowing all these aspects. And not only knowing all these aspects, he is now worshipping Krishna as well. And then while he is worshipping Krishna, he also understands about the various potencies of Krishna, the various energies of Krishna. And that is why Krishna is everything, as mentioned by him. So, if you go by the various energies, first one can be the internal energy. So, Krishna exists in himself with his spiritual paraphernalia. The marginal energy, wherein Krishna is exhibiting himself as living entities. External energy, where Krishna is exhibiting himself as material energy. Alladini Shakti, that is Krishna's pleasure potency, which gives him unlimited pleasure. So Krishna is saying all these things. Samvit, Sandhini and Alladini, the three original energies of the Lord. And in this way, we can get some idea of the potency of Krishna's form. There is never any distinction between him and his form. They are one, which are the essential qualities of eternity. So, this original form of Krishna is described in Laghu Bhaktamrit as the root of all forms of law, which are endowed with good qualities. So it is mentioned in that shloka that the Lord appeared in the mortal world by his internal potency, Yog Maya. He came in his eternal form, which is just suitable for his pastimes. These pastimes were wonderful for everyone, even for those proud of their own opulence, including the Lord himself as the Lord of Vaikuntha. Thus his transcendental body is the ornament of all ornaments. So this is Krishna. This way we get some idea of the potency of Krishna's. It is Satchidananda Vigraha, or the form of eternal knowledge and bliss. Eternal knowledge itself is a form of the highest happiness and awareness. But when we add to that the quality of eternity and eternal bliss, such joy is beyond our conception. Bhishmadev He's understanding all these aspects. He knows all these aspects. And that is why, even in a situation where he is lying on the arrows, he's trying to worship Krishna. And not only trying, he in fact succeeds. And then he sees the Pandavas who were overtaken with affection for Bhishmadev, their grandfather. Such was their affection. And they were sitting silently. And when Bhishmadev saw this, he first of all tried to congratulate them. And there were tears of ecstasy in his eyes, because he was also overwhelmed by love and affection. In fact, Bhishmadev always had this special affection for Pandavas, because when they were all small children, Maharaj Pandu had already left the body. And so they were brought up under the affection of Bhishmadev, especially Bhishmadev. And when they were grown up, they were cheated by Duryodhana. Bhishmadev knew that Pandavas are innocent, but they were being unnecessarily put into jail. In fact, he tried to help Pandavas at many times. Be it the Lakshagraha episode. Oh, sorry, in Lakshagraha episode, it was not Bhishmadev. But then he had a doubt. So he tried to inquire. And then he came to know that, oh, my children are still alive. But he played an important role in helping the Pandavas. Like in Rajsuya ceremony. He supported the Pandavas by attending the Rajsuya ceremony. And that is why Maharaj Yudhishthir got the status of an emperor. He was the one who suggested Krishna's place in the ceremony, that he should get the highest place in the ceremony. That is how he ensured that Krishna gets the due respect. And there is no anything done which is against the religious principles. During the Kurukshetra war, Bhima rescued Satyaki from Drona's attack. And we also know that he was one who also engaged Bhima in duel, though there was no clear winner. And then that is how the war was supposed to be ended. So Bhishmadev thus had a very special place for Pandavas. But as fate would have it, because of his vow that he would be the protector of the throne, and protector of the throne means whosoever is sitting on the throne at that particular point of time. So he had to side with Duryodhana, because he was the son of Dhritarashtra, who was occupying the throne at that particular point of time. So it was all political reasons. But then he knew that Pandavas were the best of the devotees of Krishna. They were very dear to Krishna. And if anyone is dear to Krishna, he automatically becomes dear to every one of the devotees. And that is the best test, whether we are doing well in our sadhana, whether we are becoming endeared to everyone. If you are not becoming endeared to everyone, if you are not having the development of humility, of love, then we are a failure. We have to rework on our sadhana, chant very strongly, read more, associate more, and participate in preaching activities by ensuring that more and more people join the Bhagavatam class at 8 p.m. and chanting, which we are starting right. Hare Krishna.